Good afternoon. It's Sunday. My Packers are playing, but I'm at work right now. I wanted to talk to you. Oh, first off, welcome. It's Coach Graves, Robert Graves, myself. I'm about to get into a session with somebody soon. But I had a conversation yesterday that just got me into the mood to talk about why we need to let negative, toxic energy just go. Why we need to let it go. And what I mean by toxic energy is thoughts. Why I can't be better than what I am today. Relationships. We tend to stay in relationships and get into a continuous circle of abuse, verbal, emotional, physical. These are toxic energies that we need to let go of. And once we understand that letting go of the bonds that we create and hold on to of toxic behavior, we actually can see ourselves growing as growth happens. For instance, I just got into an altercation with my personal mother, and this is, in my adult life, has been a continuous struggle, just she and I, as adults, which is fine. However, what happens is, as we both grew apart, the toxicity between us that created arguments and battles and fights, it started harping on who I am mentally and emotionally and physically. When you take the saying that it feels like a weight's been lifted off my back, it's a saying because it's true. It feels like something's been lifted off my back. That is a literal feeling. It's not a figurative saying. You release toxicity, negative thoughts, negative relationships, leave a job that's been killing you, you actually feel lighter. You feel like a load has been lifted off. Literally. That is all the bad energy that you're saying goodbye to. It's gone. Get away. Stop messing with me. Now, I'm gonna pull up. I was talking with my wife's friend at a wedding yesterday, and he's doing some seriously interesting work with a Chinese meditation. Don't worry about that. Called Qigong, Qigong, Qigong. And what we started talking, I spoke Hypnosis, he spoke Qigong, and we saw that there was a very close correlation between, the process of the mind with his Qigong, what he's studying, and then what I've been studying for the last year, Hypnosis. For instance, he told me that in Qigong there's this mindset, this idea that that everything we do, I'm doing this now, it's leaving an impression on you, and it's leaving an impression on me. Everything you do, every move you make, every situation you find yourself into, every single dollar you push out of your hand, there's a connection between an association and that thing, this being, this item. And when we hold on to stuff, whether it's physical or emotional or anything, it stays there. There's an attachment of energy. So imagine a synapse or a rubber band, and what you're doing is that is there. You're attached to that at somehow. And if I were mean to you, if I told you right now in a restaurant, hey, watch it fucker. You know, if that gave you enough emotion to hold on to that energy can actually be carried into the next year and the next year and the next year. So you might in 6 years be like, I was at this restaurant, this guy was like so rude to me, you know, pushed me away and called me a fucker. Well, you're allowing yourself to hold on to that. You're allowing yourself to hold on to that energy and affect you in the future. And so if you allowed yourself to completely forgive that and allowed yourself to let it go and cut that tie, there is no rubber band connecting you from this moment right now to 6 years later. Therefore, that energy cannot hold you down in the future. Roll with the punches, absolutely. What we need to learn is how to respect ourselves enough to give ourselves the push to let go of negative energy. I had spoke earlier about my own family. Unfortunately, family is not always a positive thing in somebody's life. Family is a word, and family are blood people, but your family can bring you down and hold you back. And I'm not saying that my family has brought me down or hold me back. And I'm not saying that anybody in my family is a negative person, but our relationships with people can be negative. And therefore, you can be held back by the closest people to you sometimes. And you have to allow yourself to just ground yourself sometimes and say, enough is enough. Would you allow your boss to continually shit on you? Some of us will. Why? Because it's a paycheck. Some of us have the obligation. And here's the thought process. We tend to freely give keys to our most intimate space. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's the word family. We give them the freedom to do this because we have this idea that we have to. We're obligated because the Bible told us, love thy father and mother. Because society has, you know, the Brady Bunch on TV. We don't always live in that world. And what I was about to say is, Anywho, what I basically want to say, our boss, okay? What happens is, when we start speaking about what we want, I want an apartment, I want, you know, a nice car. We get it. We have to pay for that stuff. We have to figure out ways to get what we want. And sometimes we take that back road of, man, I don't want to do this, but you know, it's getting me to that point of, you know, now I can have what I want. So when we're taking shit from our bosses, or you know, staying in relationships just to have somebody in bed with us, you know, or to cuddle, or you know, somebody to go to a party with, when we hold on for the wrong reasons, which is what I'm trying to get at, when we hold on for the wrong reasons, then we need to start checking ourselves. We're not being true to ourselves, and we're creating toxic behavior that is hard to let go of. Toxic energy is extremely hard to let go of when you have an attachment to something, a car. In my case, my son. I want my mother to have a relationship with my son, but I don't want a relationship with her. So I have to allow toxicity to stay for a reason, but what I can do is be very clear and aware with my thought patterns and what I intend, my intentions. When my intentions are true and I know what I want in life, I can detach myself from negative behavior and toxic thought. When I intend to do good with you know, preaching, but saying my story to the millions of viewers who can see this, Somebody out there is going to say, yes, that's right, and they're going to change. So my intention is to help you. Therefore, I'm allowed in myself to release this toxic behavior. I don't need to hold on to situation A for any amount of time in my life anymore. And that promotes growth, emotional, spiritual, hell, even professional growth. When you say, enough, I am done, and you make a change in yourself, weight loss, looking for new employment, going back to school. When you say, I've had enough, then growth happens, and everybody has experienced this. Every single person has experienced this. So why not continue to experience it? Allow yourself to move forward. Allow yourself to let go of the relationships and the negative thoughts about self-worth. I'm not worthy of having this. I'm not worthy of being with this person. Let any of that go and watch yourself blossom. Watch the metamorphosis from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Let it go. Let the insecurities go. This is my friend Lorenzo Leeds. He is a brilliant guy when it comes to self-growth within the business and marketplace. And we speak all the time, and you have to understand, and we factor off of positive influences in our life. Let the negative go. Find the positive people that are going to help you grow and build and become. And I promise you, the minute that you start saying yes to yourself and no to the rest, I promise you, you will see exponential happiness in your life. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I have a client coming in soon, so follow me on Twitter, Live Coach Graves. Check out my website, coachgraves.com. Follow me on here, and I will speak to you guys soon. And thanks for listening to me rant. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.